Hello, and welcome to Cindy's Corner. Our book today is a great book. If you've got it, go get it and follow along. It is after Halloween, but before Thanksgiving. So, all of my friends in Port Lavaca, Texas, you're right on the coast. This one's for you. JR Elementary. A very haunted Thanksgiving. The super tiny ghost. Here it is. Here's our title page. A very haunted Thanksgiving. The super tiny ghost. See the turkey? Our author, it was written by Marilee Mayfield. And our illustrated is who drew the pictures is Caddy Floors and David M.E. Virgil. Life wasn't easy for the super tiny ghost. He flew in and out of homes all along the coast. But when someone found out where he had been haunting, they chased him away with their shouts and their taunting. Soon, there were no homes to haunt anymore. So he traveled along the edge of the shore. There he spied a small fishing boat, and above the waves, he began to float. When he got there, he made himself at home. There were lots of new places for him to roam. He even made friends with the fisherman's cat and pretended he was captain where the old man sat. See the cat? But the grouchy old sailor didn't want to house a ghost, even one that was tiny and moaned less than most. So he blew the foghorn so suddenly and loud that the ghost zoomed away like a tiny, frightened cloud. For a while, he drifted on the sandy beach. A home of his own seemed far out of reach. But then, just as he planned to give up his dream, something made him perk up with an excited scream. It was an abandoned house at the top of a hill. The windows were broken and the leaves entered at will. There were cobwebs and spiders and bats in the attic. When the little ghost found it, he was excited. It was the perfect place for a ghost to live. The steps squeaked loudly, and the floors had give. The wind shrieked at night in the glow of the moon. And the super tiny ghost used every room. But after a time, he got lonely being there. The portraits would just gather dust and stare. It was boring to be by yourself every day with no one to scare and no way to play. The house was for sale, but people just drove by. No one wanted to give this spooky house a try. It looked haunted for sure and was in need of repair. The real estate agents had given up in despair. They didn't know. See the lady? Once, an old lady came by to take a look at the place. And the little ghost whispered a soft, "Hello," near her face. She threw down her cane and ran right out the door. After that, no visitors came by anymore. You scared her, didn't you? It says, for sale. The tiny ghost was alone until one blustery day when something unusual came up the driveway. The leaves were changing color, and it was a cold night when a car drove up, an unexpected sight. He looked out the window from the top floor when a strong gust of wind blew open the door. He thought for sure the people would drive away. He had given up hope that anyone would stay. But the car doors opened and a family hopped out. The mom and dad talked as the children ran about. When they walked in the door, the little ghost was quiet. He thought about speaking, but decided not to try it. As they glanced around, they saw much work to do. The sounds were quite spooky as the cold wind blew through. The black bats were flapping their wings near the ceiling. There were tons of cobwebs, and all the paint was peeling. "I think this house is haunted," said the mom. "Isn't it cool?" The young boy nodded. "Wait until I tell the kids at school." "You're right," said the dad. "This is where we should stay." Only the little girl was quiet. She didn't know what to say. Think she was scared? Look at her now. She walked up the stairs and saw the ghost floating by way. "Come back," she said. "I just want to play." Suddenly, the super tiny ghost felt tongue-tied and shy. He was a little bit scared, but he didn't know why. So we've got the ghost scared. Soon they moved in and started repairs. But he noticed they left the squeak in the stairs. In fact, they seemed to discover all his favorite places and left him to haunt those still ghostly spaces. November was passing fast. Soon it was Thanksgiving Day. They cleaned the whole house, and their chores felt like play. The children helped their mom prepare different foods to try. Turkey with stuffing, cranberries and pumpkin pie. Then they sat down together As they started their meal, their dad stood up and said, "Here's how I feel. I'm so grateful and blessed to be here with all of you. In our wonderful home, it's a dream come true." Got a great Thanksgiving. As they each expressed gratitude for the previous year, the super tiny ghost shed a tiny, happy tear. He had his own family now. His presence was known. In his home by the sea, he would never be alone. There he is with his tear. There it is. Now he's happy. Now, I am going to challenge you. I want you to think about Thanksgiving. They gave their gratitudes. What is your gratitude? Tell me one thing throughout this last year that you're very thankful for. And he's thankful. The ghost has a family now. And if you want up in the corner, draw the little ghost. Draw him so that you can see. Draw him in your little, you can draw a little ghost. Give him some eyes. Easy. Make him on your comments and tell me what you're grateful for. It's not a spooky house after all, is it? It's just got a ghost. I hope you enjoyed Cindy's Corner. Make sure you give us and hit that thumbs up button. Hit it right now. And make sure if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss the next Cindy's Corner. Have a great day.